to season 2 of Father to Father's podcast. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time.
Yes.
Welcome. For those who don't know, I am your host, Alex.
And I'm your host, Emmanuel. Come on, it's good to be back.
Yes,
Shout out to all our listeners. Obviously, it's our first episode back and first time on YouTube. So those of you that are listening on Spotify or Apple, make sure you head over to YouTube as well. Want to see the visuals, see my fine face. No, but honestly, I'm glad to be back, man. Alex, how are you? Fill us in.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Finally out of lockdown, man. So things are getting a lot better. Things are finally starting to improve. I feel like a human being again, man. So.
Well, can I just ask you, please, the glasses? What is with the shades?
Nah, man. The light is too bright, man. I got sensitive eyes, man. Not even that. It's just that. I look good, innit? Guys gotta look good. It's on YouTube now, bro. Come on. Celebrity
Oh
lifestyle,
my days.
This guy even got his little chain now. This guy's trying to stump everybody now. You know what I mean?
My levels don't change, man. Levels don't change. No, but it's good. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. I know you lot have missed us. We've been away for a few months. We've been working hard in the background to bring you guys some good content. And obviously, by the title, you've already know it's going to be a mad one. It's story time, and it's about how I met my dad for the first time in almost 30 years.
Can you actually imagine? Wow. I can't lie. I've been waiting for this one, man. I've been waiting a long time to hear it. Because when he told me that he was going to see it, I was like, we've got to sit down and really talk about this one face to face. It's coming one where you're telling me over the phone or Instagram or anything like that, bro. But first off, how was it? How did this start, bro? Because I know you've been trying to reach out to your dad for I think you reached out to him ages ago before before you finally met him. You tried reaching out to him before. It didn't go to plan on Facebook. Didn't go to plan, and now suddenly that's all changed now. So talk to me about how it all came about.
So obviously, yeah. So for those of you that followed our journey throughout the whole podcast, you know, obviously spoken about my dad and obviously the issues growing up, and one of the reasons why we started this podcast. So yeah, I'll try to keep it short and snappy. So in this earlier on this year, I went to Nigeria. And guys, traveling during COVID period, yeah, it's not the one. You spend so much money on COVID test, it's ridiculous. But that's a story for another time. But yeah, so prior to that, actually, like you said, I tried to reach out to my dad on Facebook. No luck. And then I think from putting this page and looking into it, I then obviously saw my sister on my dad's side and my brother, and. You know what? Bear in mind, yeah, one of the main things about reached out was I was like, okay, you know what? I'm at that age now. He's probably moved on, married, got kids. That was my initial reaction to be in touch with my siblings. Just because my dad's not involved in my life doesn't mean then I now have to miss out on a potential relationship with my siblings. So with that being said, I was thinking, okay, I'm expecting like younger, like. Whatever, and I see a grown-ass woman on Facebook, and I was like, wait, surely. Anyways, I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe she just looks older than her age, etc. Yeah. I messaged her, and she responded to me, and the response was positive. She was like, oh my god, I've been trying to look for you as well, because obviously I use my English name or my first name, should I say, Emmanuel on Facebook, whereas she knew me as Tosin. Funny enough, yeah, she knows about me.
Bro, she actually knew about you.
This whole story here is so when she was younger, anyways, it will make sense when I tell you how when I met my dad in Nigeria and what he told me, etc. Cool. So it will make sense. So she reached out to me and she was like, oh my god, I've been looking trying to search for you, but I gave up. I'm so happy you reached out. And obviously we start chatting, and then obviously the usual, what's your name, what's your age? And we're the same age.
What? Wait, you're the same age?
We are 3 weeks apart.
Yo.
We're 3 weeks apart. So obviously, after the maths, I'm like, yo, my dad been a naughty man still. Rah. I mean, it makes sense. Me myself, I've got 2 kids with 2 different women. So, but at least mine is there's 3 years gap. So I was like, oh, okay. I I have so many questions. And yeah, I think this was the summer 2018, maybe 19. Can't remember, but I know it was in the summer. It was in the summertime, and we was chatting back and forth. And to be honest, yeah, credit to her. She made a lot more effort than I did in the sense of like reaching out, messaging, like trying to keep in contact. Because I don't know, I was just like, even after that, yeah, I tried to talk to my mum about the whole situation. That I reached out to my sister, like, you know, we're 3 weeks apart. Do you wanna explain? Whoa. Do you wanna explain here? So that was that. And then, to be honest, I'm actually meant to go to Nigeria last year. Obviously, COVID happened. So, you know, I was going to go to Nigeria during the Christmas period because I haven't been back to Nigeria in almost 19 years. So I was like, a trip to Nigeria is overdue. And as time went on, COVID happened. I was like, okay, I'm going to go in December. But luckily for me, my best friend, Jonathan, he wanted to go to Nigeria for his own reason. And I was like, oh, bro, let me come with you then. And, you know, we planned it, did our thing. I messaged my sister. I was like, yo, guess who's coming to Nigeria? And she's like, what? Like, she was very, very excited. And then she messaged me. She was like, oh, would you like to meet Dad? And I was just like, dun, dun, dun. Literally. I was like, you know what, let me think about it. Let me pray about it. Because there's not just my feelings. There's my mom's feelings to, you know, think about. I'm just like, okay, cool. And I've obviously, the few people that knew my story, I reached out to them. I was like, oh, this is the situation right now. What do you guys think, etc., etc. And I was like, no, go for it. Like, you know, you've got all these questions, you've got all of these things. And I don't want to jump the story here, but listen, I'm so glad I did. Yeah. But I'll get to that. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And then...
Wait, before you get there, a quick question. How did your mom feel about the whole thing? Because I'm sure she was sure. She didn't know that you'd be talking to your sister at this time.
Yeah, so with my mom, yeah, I don't know what it is. And I feel like I get it from her. Like, she's so closed off.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She doesn't want to... Like, I'll ask her, is this colour red? If you look at it from this angle, it's like, I need a straight, direct answer, please.
Beat around the bush.
Yeah, like, and you know, it's a thing of like, I'm a grown man now, and if you're not gonna tell me, I'm gonna do my own research. And you know, we live in an age now where social media is reconnecting long lost families. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. You know, I'm gonna reach out to him. And you know what? The whole trip to Nigeria, I'm glad I did it, but leading to Nigeria, you know, a lot of things happened, you know, that I do not go into, but things happened and really affected my mood. But when I was in Nigeria, I forgot. I literally forgot about London because I was like, Nigeria is lit. If anyone's out there, you Nigerians here, that feel like Nigeria is just about in the village and
living in huts.
Nigeria is lit. Like, it is lit. Like, they live a better life than we do, you know.
Swear that.
It's just that it's just money. If you got money, yeah,
you're gonna enjoy.
Listen, bro, you will live like a king.
Yeah.
Like, you will live like a king. So in Nigeria now, touched down into my hotel. Because I stayed in a hotel. I stayed in VI, you know, yeah, we have to do it properly. Victoria Island. For those of you who don't know what VI is, Victoria Island. Stayed in a hotel, lovely hotel, and then we arrived in the evening. So the next morning, I messaged my sister saying I've arrived. Wait, was that morning? No, that same night actually. I've told her that I've arrived, and then next thing she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come and see you tomorrow."
Wow, straight like that.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh wait, I keep talking about my sister. Yeah, I've got a younger brother as well on my dad's side.
Oh, younger brother as well.
Yeah, but that will come to that.
Wow.
We'll come to that. But my sister more because we're close in age and the fact that we're 3 weeks apart, it's just blew my head away. So she's like, yeah, I'll come and see you tomorrow. And honestly, like, if you're watching this, I love you because she is such a nice, kind-hearted woman. Like, bro, you know when you hear stories like, oh, siblings are jealous of each other, like, oh, how come you got to go to London and I got to stay in Nigeria and all of these things, or like that hatred or rivalry, it was nothing like that. Obviously, those of you that follow me on Snap, or Instagram, I literally documented my whole. If I'm the YouTuber, yeah, listen, and I made a vlog.
Seen the whole thing.
Like literally, I documented everything on Instagram. So yeah, the next day she was messaging me like, "Oh, she's gonna come in the morning. Oh, do I want anything?" I was like, "Wait, what?" Like, yeah, it's like, "Oh, do you want breakfast? Have you eaten?" Like properly, like proper, like making sure I'm okay. And then, bro, next time I'm in Nigeria, I'm staying with her. Yeah, and then she was like, "I'm on my way." So this time, my friend is not in his room, and I messaged him like, "Oh, bro, nah, my sister's coming." Like, fam, I don't know, I'm like nervous.
What were you thinking around that time? Because obviously she now told you that she's gonna see you. You have never seen this person in your life before, and she's a family member of yours. She's actually your sister. How are you feeling at this time? Like, are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you like
both? Like everything. I was nervous. I was excited. I was
all the emotions.
Literally, do you know what? Like, and do you know what? Mainly more excited because we spoke on Instagram. We spoke on FaceTime, etc. Cool. So it's not like the first time we're gonna meet each other and speak. So kind of like knew each other, but just more of like meeting face to face. So yeah, she now says she's downstairs, and with the hotel you stay in, they call you, say, "Oh, you've got a guest." And send her up. And this how you know we're siblings, yeah, because we both had the same idea. I was snapping, she was snapping. She was snapping, I was snapping. And then I opened the door, I was like, "Oh, sis!"
No way.
And we hugged, like it was a beautiful moment. Like, I'm just replaying the thing in my head now, like, just open the door and seeing her. You know what? I might even drop the snaps if I still got the snaps. I'll drop the snaps from the video so you guys can see it.
100%.
Like it was just a beautiful moment. Like, and we just looked at each other like in the flesh, like, oh my. And then the first thing she said to me, like, "Oh my God, you are actually your father's son. Like, I look like him."
Yeah.
And then it was just,
Hey, don't start crying now, man. It's only the first episode, man. Oh, dude.
It's just too much. Okay. I'm back. No, but honestly, it was just amazing. And yeah, so she made me yam and eggs. I was like, this is what it's like to have a sister. This is what it's like to have a sister. No, honestly, every day that she came, not every day, but every time she came to visit me, she bought me food. All the stuff that I brought back from Nigeria back to London, she was the one that got me everything. She was like, "Send me your list, I'll take you here, I'll take you this place." Like, honestly, it was just a vibe. It was just a vibe. And then the day came now to go meet my dad.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it.
So obviously, it was Easter Sunday actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Easter Sunday. So that was when I was making a journey. I can't remember where he lives again, so I can't give the area, but we had to take public transport because he said that where he lives here, cars can't go there. Like the way the road, Nigerian roads.
It's very funny.
Nigerian road is just Nigerian roads.
Stress.
It can do what?
You can actually.
They're saying it's true. You can drive in Lagos, you can drive anywhere. Like, bro, but he lived outside Lagos. Like, he didn't live in Lagos.
Okay.
So, anyways, yeah, and we took their buses and public transports.
Yeah.
And on my way there, I was just obviously asking like my sister questions, like, okay, how do you think it would take to me? And then she was like, listen, she has questions herself that he hasn't answered. So now, and I walking.
Your heart must be pounding.
Bro, I was nervous. I was so nervous because it's like, dude, what did I say? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I just started praying. I was like, look, God, just let your will be done in it. Because it's a big moment, it's something, because there was a time in my life where I want to say I hated him, but I was just like, how do you feel comfortable knowing that you have a son somewhere and not want to reach out or, do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, cool. Got there now, and I just see him. And I was like,
bruh.
Hi, Dad. Literally. Oh, I was like, okay.
And everything, he had a little lumbering for and all that, yeah.
Yeah, and do you know what? He was open and welcome, just like my sister as well.
Yeah.
Hugged me, it was like, because the night before, it was like, my sister was like, oh, should we tell him that we're coming? I was like, no, let's make it a surprise. But then we was like, no, we can't do that because what if the guy got a heart attack?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, you know what? Just tell him that we're coming. Even when she told him, he didn't believe her. He didn't believe her. Like it was like, nah, I don't believe you. And then I was there, and he hugged me, and obviously his wife was there as well. She hugged me, and she was like, "This is where things started to unravel." She's like, "Oh, do I remember her?"
Wait, remember?
I was like, wait, what? Do I remember you? You've looked after me.
That's a plot twist right there.
And that's what I'm saying. Like my sister knew about me, but I didn't know about her or anybody. So I was just like, nah. But obviously, apparently, she took me to school. She did. I was like, bro, even like when I was younger, when I was like, I was born in Nigeria. I was in Nigeria till I was 5 years old, and I came here. But all the memories that they were saying, I had no recollection. It was like, they would come to the house to see me, or they would come to my grandma's house to see me. I was like, you came to see me? What? I don't recall all of this. So, we spoke, and I asked him all the questions that I wanted to ask him. And it just shows you that there's 3 sides to every story. Their side, the other person's side, and then the actual truth. And he spoke to me, we spoke man to man, and I'll not lie, a lot of things started to make sense.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just weird, how it was not in my life, but I picked up his mannerism.
Is it?
Like the way I count money, the way I organize money, the way he's left-footed like me.
Oh, is it?
Because he plays football as well. He's fast. He was like when he was young, he was in the athletics team. So I was like, oh my god, I'm basically you, but in a younger version. Like I was like, bro, you fumbled the bag, because if she was in my life, you could have nurtured me. I could have made it big.
As a footballer,
whatever. Because growing up here, my mom was not really about the sports life. It was more books. Yeah. So if my dad was there, it would have balanced it out. Like, no, I could see my son. It's like that proud moment, when my son does something here that I do, I'm like, yes, you're your father's child. So it's a proud moment. Like everything that he did here, I did it in school. Athletics, football, like he was very sporty, I'm very sporty. Like, and my sister was like, like she'll look at me and be like, you're actually your father's child. Like the mannerism I picked, and it was never in my life. It's just crazy. I was like, wow. And then we just spoke about my mom, spoke about him, and obviously I was like, it looks like my mom's got a lot of questions. Questions to answer because boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm like.
Something's not making sense here, bro.
Obviously, he wasn't trying to desert you from what you're getting.
He said it. And my mum bought receipts. I was like, bro.
Swear down, he had the receipts.
I did messages, letters he sent. All basically he had receipts. It was like he was showing pictures, and it was just nice because for the first time in my life here, it was like I knew who I was. I know you go to school, it's like, oh, where's your baby pictures or this and that. I've seen baby pictures, I've seen this picture, I've seen that picture. And it was just a nice memory. And obviously, I know you saw my post on Instagram, like the whole paragraph that I wrote. And it was just all the pain, all the hurt, all the anger that I had towards him, it just disappeared because he tried. Even though he didn't try the way I would want him to try, he tried in the way that he could try, in the sense of what was available for him, the resources at that time, and well, I don't want to go too deep into it, but let's just say that whole thing of how much you earn and can you really look after a child and all of that, and him being a Muslim and my mom being a Christian and all of these things, it was just so much. Obviously nowadays, you can fight for me, but back then it's very, very hard. Like fathers did not get a saying, and literally just there and then I was just, you know what, you tried the way you could. I was okay, but when I was older, why you could have reached out to me through Facebook or anything. Like, why do you try more? And he apologized, and I respect him for it. That he owned up where he went wrong, and he apologized. And to be honest, since then, he took my number, we've been messaging, calling each other.
That's good.
Like, it's just been amazing.
Yeah, it's a good thing, man.
All the thoughts that you play this scenario in your head, like it was completely different. Like it was how it just went so much better than I anticipated, and I can say that yes, he has his faults, he has his mistakes, but I mean, who's perfect? I mean, no one's perfect.
Exactly. It just goes to show that everything that we've been saying about fatherhood, that if you just do your best for your kid, that's all that they can ask for, and that's exactly what you've just literally shown. That obviously I understand that he wasn't in your life for all these years and things like that, but when you finally got to explain yourself, you're basically telling me that he did try the best that he could,
100%.
with the resources that he had, and because of that, the feelings that you had about resentment and hurt that you got from all that kind of went away when you heard that this guy really did try for
And you know what the maddest thing is all is I got taken out of the country without him knowing. Yeah. When he said that, I just looked at him, I was like, they really shagged you, bro. Like, there was when I was hearing all these things, I'm like, wait, what? They did what? Did what?
That's a head spinner, right?
And it was just like one day he came back from work, came to see me, and I was like, it's in London.
And that was it.
That was it.
So bad.
But he said to you that he didn't fight it because it was like, I've gone to have a better life. Like, apparently the area that I was growing up in Nigeria was really rough.
Okay.
Like, it's not a good place to raise up a boy, especially. So I thank God, things happen for a reason. I could stay in Nigeria now, and I could have been a different person.
I always think that.
So he said he didn't fight it because he knows that, number one, he knows the kind of woman my mum is, in the sense of like, she would look after me, and it wasn't my mum's fault. It's the family, time, and my mum was young, so it's like she never really had a say in any of the things. And then, and secondly, the fact that I've gone to live a better life, and
all of that other stuff.
Yeah.
Boy, man,
so
that's crazy. I can't even lie. That there was too many like plot twists and head spins over there, man.
Bro, one day I'll make it into a movie.
I think you should, bro. I
will make it into a movie.
That sounds nuts, bro.
I will make it into a movie.
Nuts, but the fact is, and like I keep saying, like, just do your best, guys. Like, if there's many people out there that are in a similar situation, in terms of they haven't seen their kids, they don't have the ability to actually have a relationship with them because they're so far away, or they don't have the access to them because the mom is holding them back. Not saying that that's what your mom was doing, but that's kind of the situation that's out there.
Yeah,
guys, just do your best, man. That's all. That's literally the only thing that your child can ask for.
100%.
It's the only thing. So just I know things are hard. I know things can get tough. But use the opportunities that you have. Don't take them for granted, and just do the best that you can. Honestly.
Yeah.
But, man. No, honestly, I'm happy you finally got to see him. I'm happy you got your answers.
Yeah, and I look like him as well, apparently. Well, you know what? I'm gonna drop the picture as well in there.
Drop the picture. Put the
we've got a picture together.
Oh, sorry.
So just drop in the comments whether we look alike or not. Let me guys know what you guys think. But even my sister, my brother, the whole dynamic here is just amazing. They've took me like their own. It's almost like it's like we grew up together. You know, it's like even when I was going my sister was there crying, like,
wow.
So.
And what about your little brother as well? So you got a little brother as well? So obviously at the time that I came, he was working, so I couldn't spend much time with him. Okay. Because obviously he couldn't get annual leave from work, so I think I kind of spent like 1 or 3 times. We even went out. Yeah, I think I saw that.
We went out. My man couldn't even handle his drink, but honestly, like they are arts. They're just amazing people.
It's beautiful, man.
They took me in. There was no like bitterness, like, oh, well, if you're in London, you think you're special. Nothing like that. It was just good vibes.
So let me ask you this then: from seeing him and Now, I assume that you talk to your family regularly.
Yeah.
So from all of this now, what do you think are kind of like the life lessons or the parenting lessons that you've kind of gotten from it, outside of just doing your best and whatnot? What do you think?
The truth will always come out. No matter how much you try and play your parts, the truth will always come out. Kids will grow up and see for themselves. And I feel like this is what I know this podcast is about fathers, but also like this season as well, guys. It's not just going to be focused on fathers. It's all going to be focused on parenting as well. Because I feel like fathers and mothers, we need to start coming together and I don't know, like just come together and just promote healthy co-parenting or like, because no matter what, we've said it so many times here, a child needs both parents. Like, I'm a living proof of that. A child needs both parents. Child will always see the truth. And I feel like never deny access of a parent to a child unless their safety is in,
and
like,
be honest about that safety too.
Yeah.
Don't try and twist it or turn it. Be really, really honest. Like, is the father or the mother actually a harm to this child or not? Or are you just painting the picture that it looks like it is? So be honest. At the end of the day, this isn't about your ego. It's not about the dad's ego. It's about
the child.
It's about the well-being of the child.
100%.
You know what I mean? So everybody just needs to put their egos and their hurts and their pains aside to work together for their children. You know what I mean?
So I would say, and I would say as well, that since I've been back from Nigeria and meeting him and all that stuff, life's just been good. Like, I don't know, I feel like a little kid again who's happy. Like, I'm happy. I'm more happier than I've ever been before. Obviously, even though things are not perfect, but it's like
I know
that I can go to my dad, like, Dad, don't get me wrong, my stepdad as well is still in there, but it's nice to have that, like, it's like I know where I come from. I find it's like I know who I am now. I'm like, yes, I'm Emmanuel Lawal, and the Lawal names come from this person. Like, does that make sense? So, nah, bro, I'm happy, man.
This is a very wholesome episode, guys. This is a proper wholesome episode. I've been touched by this. And I know my dad. I know that. But it's a beautiful thing. It just shows, and I see this on Twitter a lot of times, that people kind of downplay the importance of fatherhood and the importance that dad has in their child's life. And it just goes to show that we really do have a very significant role.
100%.
We do, and it shouldn't be downplayed. And if you are a father, it shouldn't be something that you take lightly at all, because you can see this is what happens when you actually are in your, even if you don't have to be like number one dad, but as long as you're doing something, it's gonna make a difference, a positive difference in your child's life, innit?
Do you know what really touched me as well? Yeah, when I showed him the picture of his grandchildren, my kids, when I showed him the picture, he was like, "Oh, we need to plan for them to come to Nigeria and spend time with me and do this and do that," and it was just like, raw, like, all right, granddad, all right. Like, it was like, "Oh, let me know when you're coming. I'll get the house ready and this and that," and it's like, nah, definitely. So, because. And even deeper as well. It's like, it's not just me being affected, it's also my kids being affected. Like, okay, like, if they ever ask me, "Oh, Daddy, where's your dad?" You know, I'd be like, yeah.
They've asked questions like that, haven't they?
Not fully.
Yeah.
Not fully. But now I'm like, yeah, my dad's here. Look at my dad. Look, you know, showing them pictures, and one day goes to Nigeria and they could see him in the flesh. And when they're with me, FaceTime, just build that relationship. So it's not just me that's benefit from it. My kids are benefit from it as well. So
they know where they come from.
Listen, bro. I'm like, I can't stop smiling. Yeah. So I just thought it would be nice to open up this season with my story, and just show the growth.
The actual growth.
The growth.
You can see he's very glowing. Can you see it?
Hey.
You see it? Nah, it's beautiful.
People, they ask me, say, waiting, they make me smile.
On that note, we're probably going to leave it there now. Before this guy gets too happy. But, real talk, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening to this beautiful story that Emmanuel has, decided to share with us. And yeah, man, keep looking, keep listening in. What else is there to say, man?
Yeah, I'm just saying, as mentioned earlier, we are on YouTube now. So yeah, again, if you are listening on if you're listening on audio, you also got the visuals as well now. For those of you that like the visual stuff, well, yeah. So we're on YouTube now, and just look out for future episodes. And yeah, guys, we're back again. So if you've got questions or dilemmas, keep sending them in. I know it's been a long time, but yeah, we're back now to hash out. Yeah, I missed the questions, dilemmas. I missed it. So yeah, stuff to look forward to for this season. We're gonna have mothers on here. We're gonna have fathers on here. We're gonna have different age ranges, various topics to discuss. Like, it's going to be an epic season. Also, if you want to get involved with the team, you know, we're looking for photographers, we're looking for social media person, we're looking for, who else are we looking for?
Social media content, someone to help record,
we look basically, if you're in the media industry and you feel like you can add to our team, or graphic designers, hit us up. All our details will be at the description below. Yeah. That's what they're saying it. That's what YouTube is saying it.
Yeah.
Make sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, wait. I'm looking forward to this. Yes, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And oh yeah, don't forget, we're here to empower,
educate,
and evolve. I'm your host Emmanuel.
I'm your host Alex.
Peace.